Hello! This video has a little content warning for dentists, needles, pain, anaesthetics, teeth? I don't know. Basically, I have a hole in my tooth and I'm getting a root canal. So here is that tale of how this is going. Back to little Pastor Emmy. Okay, right, bye. Hello. So, about a year and a bit ago, in April 2016, I was coming back from work one day and I was going into Kingston, and I had some time before my bus from work into town, so I went into the shop near the bus stop to top up my Oyster card and I bought myself some sweets. I was sat on the bus munching on my refreshers and something crunches and I had a hole in my tooth. I'm pretty sure I pulled out a filling. However, I only went to the dentist about 3 weeks ago. Which is really bad. Because, I mean, it hurt for a little bit and we didn't have a dentist in my current house until about 3 weeks ago. Because it stopped hurting, it stopped bothering me, it was fine. And then a few months ago, I started to get a bit of toothache again. It just really hurt when it was cold and I lost a little bit of sleep, but it was alright. And then it started really hurting recently, and I was like, look, Mum, please help me find a dentist. I don't know how, none of these people are taking NHS patients. I'm nearly 18, it's gonna be expensive, help me, oh my god. And long story short, I need 2 fillings, a root canal and a crown covering thing. Oops. So that's happening tomorrow and I am terrified. I am really scared. I cried when I had to bite down on that little piece of plastic when taking an x-ray for it when I went to the dentist a few weeks ago. I know that most of the time they put you under a local anaesthetic, but that worries me because it's a very similar sensation to what I get when I have a panic attack, the whole numb, fuzzy, lack of control feeling. So obviously I'd rather that than, you know, be in excruciating pain. That's tomorrow. I am really scared. The appointment that I have tomorrow is at 9:30 and it's like an hour long, and then next week I have 2 half-an-hour appointments as well. I think one of the reasons I'm so scared is because I very stupidly decided that it would be a good idea to put this important dentist appointment between my philosophy exam, which was today, and my media exam, which is on Wednesday. And I also have lots of IT work doing on Tuesday, and I basically have to go to the dentist for an hour, finish at 10:30, and then walk back up to college and go to a lesson. And I don't know how you're meant to normally feel when you come out of doing a root canal appointment, but I'm not expecting it to feel good. And I'm really not wanting to go to college after, but I also have a doctor's appointment on Thursday and I'm gonna be late to IT because of that, and I definitely can't afford to miss this much IT. I just thought I'd kind of vlog it, a little update thing. I'm really scared and I know it's my own fault for not having a dentist, for not trying to find a dentist sooner. I've made this so much worse for myself, but I'm really scared. It's not something I'm looking forward to and I just don't want to do it, but it's made everything so difficult recently. I can't eat properly. I can only eat on this side of my mouth because this hurts too much and I keep getting fucking food stuck in it and it's so painful. I literally had a salad for lunch the other day and a little bit of tomato like seed just got stuck in it and it was the worst. I felt so lousy. I don't know, but I'll update you on this whole little saga, I guess. I don't really know. I'd just like to be able to find something like this for myself to watch to reassure me now. So, you know, that's what this is. A little like, hey, this is happening, this is what happened, I should or shouldn't have been scared. I don't know. I'm gonna go. And I will talk to you tomorrow, I guess, on a lower quality camera. Right. Bye? I don't know. Morning. So I woke up like 2 minutes ago. I'm really tired. I'm not dressed yet, I'm in my pyjamas. I'm really scared. I'm really scared. I don't want to do it. Last night I decided to watch some YouTube videos of people talking about it and doing it, and I thought it would help, but also I'm really scared because there was one person where like the root of her teeth wasn't put to sleep properly, so she had to have like another needle. But then there are others that have just been like, yeah, the needle wasn't even that bad, it was good, it was fine, didn't feel it. Yeah, I don't really like needles because I don't like the sensation of it kind of never feeling like it's stopping going into me, and I don't like it. I looked also, and like, because the tooth needs to be like isolated, they put some giant like plastic thing and like clamping all stuff, and I'm just like, how am I gonna breathe? How am I gonna swallow and not feel like I'm dying? I don't normally get very claustrophobic, but I don't like dentists generally for that reason, because I just don't feel like I can breathe properly. So that one's a bit concerning. So I have to go out in like 10 minutes to get a train towards college so I can then walk 45 minutes in the fucking pissing down rain so I can have a nasty dentist appointment and then walk more in the fucking rain back to college. And I'm back to lessons, so I feel like today's gonna be a good day, but honestly, who knows? I'll try and vlog what I can from my phone, so yeah. I don't want to do this at all. Heck. So, it's 8:37. I should be in town right now, ready to walk down in the pouring rain. However, I missed my train, or I knew I was going to miss my train at 8:07. So I feel really bad, but I had to get my mum to cancel a part of the work visit she had planned today. So my mum's at home now with me. We're both completely soaked, and I'm gonna get a lift to the dentist soon, and then good old Cal Jones is gonna give me a lift back at 10:30. I think we're giving like Flo a lift as well, which is good. And yeah, it just means I don't have to walk around in the pouring rain anymore, which is good, because I mean, I'm soaked. You can't see I'm soaked, I had a hood on, but I've like changed my jeans and everything is wet. And, yeah, I'm just gonna have some breakfast now, which I wasn't gonna have before. So yeah, right, bye again. I don't know, I'm really scared. Okay, I've like just got out. I need to make another appointment at some point to finish it off, and my whole side of this face is numb. I don't like it. I'll make a proper little like update when I have a bit more time. I'm going to meet Cal and Flo and get a lift, and heck. Hola, I am with Cal Jones.
Hey there.
Because he saved me and gave me a lift, because it's good.
Beep beep.
Beep beep, I am a sheep. Oh, it's...
Beep beep.
Well, that was that. It is currently like 20 to 5 and I'm back from college and I've had my dentist appointment, and I still got to do more dentist appointments. I'm not done. But I'm nearly done. I think the worst of it is now done. I have to go back to the dentist on Monday and Tuesday next week for a couple of fillings or something. But I also need one more appointment for my root canal because I only had an hour-long appointment and it just takes a little bit longer than that. I'm gonna go through what happened or what I remember from my appointment and yeah, just tell you what happened. So I got to the appointment. I was about 10 minutes late because of all the bloody traffic and whatnot. But I went in almost straight away and they put a numbing gel on my gum. Now the tooth that I had a hole in is like here, like this, like about here. It's had a hole in it since like April last year and it needed root canal. I explained that, whatever. But that's where they put like the numbing gel. It didn't feel like a gel. I didn't know what it was. It felt like one of those like kind of corky things that they'd use to like keep your mouth open. I don't know what it was. That's what it felt like, but I've been told it was a gel, so you know. And my dentist was absolutely lovely. Her name was Noor and she was just so nice and I am so grateful. So she put the numbing gel on and then she said that she was gonna inject an anaesthetic or like use a needle to put in an anaesthetic. I don't like needles at all, in the slightest. Holy heck, I don't like them. I don't like needles because I don't like the little sharp pain that you feel to begin with and then you feel it go in. You don't feel any pain but you feel it happen, you feel the pressure and the sensation of it. I hate that so much. So that's what I was really, really nervous about and I cried a little bit and I was like, look, I really, really hate needles. Like I really, 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 really don't like needles. Can you tell? So she finished putting the gel on, she let me sit up. So I'd been lying down, she let me sit up and take the little glasses off. Then she let me rinse out my mouth and calm down a little bit. And then when I was ready, and she made sure it was only when I was ready, she injected the anaesthetic. I didn't feel a thing. I didn't even feel a little sharp pinprick point thing that they always tell you comes with injections and anaesthetics and stuff. And I am so grateful for that. I think it was because the gel had a longer time to set or make my gum actually numb. Because I think if it happened like straight after, then I'd have probably felt something and it wouldn't have been fun. And then the next thing that they wanted to do was x-rays. I'd had x-rays done of both sides of my mouth last time I went to the dentist a few weeks ago and I found it really difficult. I didn't like having this little piece of plastic in my mouth, having to bite down on this thing. I hated it. I cried last time I did it and then she was like, we have to get an x-ray of just the individual tooth, and I was like, okay, I can do it. I managed it last time. There's no reason I can't do it now. I couldn't do it. Like, the little piece of plastic felt like it had to go so far down in my mouth, which obviously it did because they needed to get the x-ray to show how like deep the canals went or whatever. I couldn't do it. I tried a few times. I think there was one point where the dentist was like, okay, it's fine, you don't have to do it. There's probably something else we can do. I tried it without the bit of plastic, that like the little plastic on the end, but that like wouldn't work. And in the end, we used a smaller piece of plastic x-ray stuff and they just didn't get an x-ray of the very top of the tooth. But I mean, it was enough for them to work with, I guess. That was painful because it's like, I felt like I was gonna gag. You can't breathe properly when you have this little, or swallow properly when you have this little giant, not little, it's giant, it feels like huge, this huge piece of plastic in your mouth and you have to clamp your teeth down on it and it's, oh no, awful, hated it. The next thing that she did was poke a little bit around in my mouth and I think she was basically trying to see how numb my teeth were. So she poked around at my little gappy tooth and discovered, although I'm pretty sure she knew it was going to happen, that the root or the nerve of my tooth was in fact not numb. And it really hurt. It really hurt. Like, oh my god. Oh my god. Heck. Like, just fuck. It really hurt. The rest of the crying that I'd been doing so far was kind of the silent tears of I can do it, it hurts, I hate it, I don't want to be doing this, but I can do it. This was the whole like uneven breathing, heavy tears. Oh my god. Oh my god. So again, she let me sit up a bit and she let me go at my pace and I calmed down. I made my breathing kind of normal. At this point, I think after the first anaesthetic injection I'd had, after the first injection of anaesthetic, I asked if I could go and get my little fidget cube from my bag, and I am so glad I had that because it really helped. It really gave me something to do and something to put all of my nervousness into. I actually think it was after the x-rays, I'm not sure. At some point I picked up my fidget cube and yeah, so she let me calm down a bit and I made my breathing okay, and when I was ready she was like, are you sure you want to like put the next bit of anaesthetic on? She put on some kind of gel like in my mouth straight onto the tooth and it hurt a little bit, but obviously it made it numb and it was okay. So that was that. That had taken up about half an hour of my hours-long appointment. And the next thing that she did, I'm pretty sure, was get this little purple plastic sheet. I don't know how big it was. I think it was only about that big. And she said that's so it's to isolate the tooth so they can work on just the one tooth. So she put this piece of purple plastic over my mouth. And then she, I think, based on pictures and videos I've seen of other people's and what I found on YouTube, they basically put like a kind of little low-key clamp around the tooth. It felt very weird. It felt like a pinch, not a painful pinch, but like, I don't know. I could feel it being put on. And that was a very weird sensation. What I was really worried about the little purple sheet was how will I be able to breathe? How will I be able to swallow? I can't keep my mouth open for that long. What the fuck do I do? I could breathe fine. It felt weird, but I got used to it being there, although it felt weird when it was like not over my lip properly. I don't know. Like just when it just got moved a bit. I could breathe fine. I could breathe out of my nose. I was concentrating on doing deep breaths and it was possible to swallow. And I don't think me swallowing really made a difference to what the dentist was doing, which is good because obviously it's like isolated, whatever, I don't know. It was quite difficult to swallow at times because my throat felt really dry, but also because I wasn't able to swallow properly and I really needed water, my throat was all, my mouth was also really like moist, and it was a really kind of unpleasant experience really. What happened next? One of the really weird things about the anaesthetic was how I could feel the pressure of all of the instruments, and I could hear all the instruments as well just around, but I could feel the pressure of all of the instruments without the pain that, you know, would normally be a thing. And it was just a really weird experience being able to feel all of these sensations of all of these things happening in my mouth and not be able to feel them but know that they were happening. I don't know, it was a bit weird, and I must say not something I'm a fan of. but you know, it's better than the excruciating pain, so you know, I'm up for that. For now, it's just filled in. I haven't got like anything covering it or anything like that. It's just filled in. It feels very weird in my mouth. Like, I've had a hole in my tooth for over a year and I've just got used to that. And it obviously doesn't feel the same as the rest of my teeth because it's like filled in. I don't know when my next appointment is going to be or anything like that. And as I am uploading this video, I have not had my second appointment. I'm uploading this like on Wednesday the 7th and today is Tuesday the 6th of June. So really, I haven't had the second appointment yet, or the fillings. In terms of how I felt when I came out of the appointment, my mouth was very numb. It didn't feel fuzzy numb, which is one of the things I've been worried about, unless I like kind of touched it or put any kind of pressure on it, and then I kind of felt a little bit of the fuzzy numb feeling that you get. It was very weird. I couldn't drink out of my water bottle properly, which was frustrating because my throat felt really dry, and because my throat felt really dry and I'd not had a chance to drink water until I got to college and picked up a straw from the refectory. I could talk fine. I didn't feel like one side of my mouth was specifically droopy or anything, but it did feel odd. And it kind of did hurt to smile too much and to laugh too much, which is great that I have people to like around me that mean I always want to smile and laugh at what people are saying, but also, heck, it felt weird. So weird. So I came out of the appointment at 10:30. I think most of the kind of numbness had gone by about 1:45, 2 o'clock, about that time, which is good. So it lasted pretty much through my next lesson. It was during my lesson, so at about 12:15ish, that I felt like my mouth was no longer so numb that I couldn't feel my teeth anymore, and I was kind of having a feel around at my teeth with my tongue, and I was like, oh shit, that's not a hole anymore. That was quite a nice little realisation, but heck, it feels weird. But the numbness eventually wore off. There was a while where even with like my straw in my drink, I couldn't use the side of the mouth at all. I just had to kind of stick to this side, but it wasn't painful. It was okay. I managed to eat like a burger at lunch, so it can't have been that bad. And it's all over for now. I need to go and get another appointment soon. As I said, I'm uploading this before the second appointment, so I'm not sure what happens in the second appointment. The next video clip is going to be me showing you what the tooth is like now, and so you can kind of see what I mean by it's filled in, because it doesn't just look like a normal tooth. But hopefully I will be able to eat without pain and live without pain. I've been told to take it easy on this side of the mouth for now in terms of eating until the next appointment, but I can manage that. I've not had to eat on this side of my mouth for like ages. Currently, the tooth that's in my mouth is like a dead tooth or something. I'll show you if that's okay. So it's like, it feels really weird, it looks really weird, and I just have to wait till the next appointment, I guess. But my mouth still is a bit numb, there's not much feeling, but like, I can feel enough to know that there's not a hole there anymore. What the fuck? Yeah, I think that is it. This was a very different video to what I normally do. But, as I said, on YouTube last night, I was looking for people talking about their experiences with a root canal because I had no idea what was going to happen and how the process goes. So I looked to YouTube for reassurance and stories, so that's what this is. Thank you very much for watching, and I might make a little follow-up video on my second channel about what happens in the next appointments or whatever, so make sure you're subscribed to Paradise Fizz, link in the description. Also subscribe to me if you want. I make vlogs if you're new. Sometimes I make more artsy stuff, sometimes I just don't upload. However, I am doing a video every day in July, so be there or be square, lads. Right, okay, bye.